Ready for a major revelation about Sergio Perez and his retirement plans? With twists and turns throughout the season, Perez faced a roller coaster journey in racing. It's been a wild ride from high hopes of a championship battle to rumors of retirement. Now, Perez drops a bombshell that could change everything. Curious to know? So are we. Let's dive into this video to know the shocking news. There were rumors that Sergio Perez might quit Red Bull and retire from Formula One after the 2023 season. But guess what? That's not happening. Contrary to the rumors, Perez spilled the beans in chats with the media. He's not waving goodbye. Instead, he's gearing up to be Max Verstappen's teammate at Red Bull in 2024. Perez clarifies that he never planned to stop racing after the last season, but exactly what caused the rumor? Recently, a Reddit post made a big claim about Sergio Perez's Formula One career, saying it might end in Abu Dhabi next month. The post mentioned someone from Escuderia Telmex, a Mexican company linked to Perez, revealing that Red Bull plans to replace him in 2024. During a casual dinner, an insider supposedly connected to Escuderia Telmex spilled some big news about Sergio Checo Perez. The talk hinted at the possibility of Perez ending his racing career, especially considering factors like his family growing. He's been doing this for a long time, and his family keeps growing and growing, shared someone in the know during a casual chat. This simple but significant statement is now fueling rumors in the F1 world. According to these talks, Red Bull might not keep Perez after 2023, and finding available racing seats is tough. So, is Perez reportedly thinking about a graceful exit from the sport? The person behind the Reddit post provided more context, explaining their connection to the insider. I do not know this guy personally and just met him at the track that day, but had heard of him before because he's a well-known figure in racing circles in Mexico. This disclosure further emphasized the limited personal acquaintance between the informant and the insider, establishing an element of authenticity to the story. The insider was reportedly involved in international sponsorship deals until 2022, showcasing a credible background. Their revelation about Red Bull's decision not to retain Perez for 2024, breaking the existing contract, raises eyebrows in the F1 community. The bombshell allegedly dropped during the week of the Japanese Grand Prix, possibly explaining Perez's challenging performances in Japan and Qatar. The post encourages a retrospective examination of Perez's interviews during that weekend for potential clues. The immediate response from Checo's team, including managers and main sponsor Escuderia Telmex, involved searching for alternative options. However, two major roadblocks hindered their efforts. Firstly, there were no available seats except for the unconfirmed status of Williams and potential uncertainties around Stroll's position. Secondly, the past few months have taken a toll on Perez's reputation, with other teams expressing reservations about his age and recent struggles despite his impressive history as the tire whisperer and Mexican Minister of Defense. The insider's disclosure underlines the harsh reality that teams are reluctant to replace existing drivers with Perez, given the challenging period he faced with a championship-winning team. However, the allure of his sponsorship package could make teams in the lower half of the field reconsider. The Reddit post clarifies that the informant lacks information about who might replace Perez in 2024, leaving this aspect of the story uncertain. As we navigate through the twists and turns of this revelation, the F1 community eagerly awaits official statements and developments to confirm or dispel these rumors. The person sharing this narrative chooses to remain anonymous and suggests that the information is shared with a sense of authenticity. There's no concrete proof to support it. As a result, the insider advised to approach this revelation with a grain of salt, acknowledging the potential uncertainty surrounding the details. Adding another layer to the unfolding story, the leak doesn't solely focus on an ending but suggests a farewell that could be unforgettable. There are subtle indications that the Mexican Grand Prix organizers, possibly informed through Escuderia Telmex, might be orchestrating a special send-off for Perez during the upcoming event in 3 weeks. Perez PR team's response. Contrary to the buzz generated on social media, Perez's PR team swiftly downplayed the unfolding narrative. Luis Alberto Aguirre, a long-standing member of Perez's PR team since 2018, took to X, formerly Twitter, to address the fabricated post, injecting a dose of skepticism into the speculative storyline. Despite the swirling rumors, Perez finds himself in a precarious position to secure his Red Bull drive, especially looking ahead to 2025. While his contract extends to 2024, his recent struggles, notably in Qatar, have heightened concerns. During the Losail race, Perez faced challenges with 3 penalties for track limits, ultimately finishing behind both Alfa Romeos in P10. Perez, however, hasn't signaled any desire to exit Formula One. In fact, he has set clear objectives for the upcoming seasons. He said, "This year, my objective is to be in second place. Next year, I want to improve and fight for the title. That's my goal." This statement from Perez himself contradicts the rumors of a potential retirement, indicating a determination to not only stay in F1, but to elevate his performance and vie for championship contention in the future. When asked by Perez, he said he didn't want the easiest route. Sergio Perez, who holds a contract with Red Bull for 2024, has swiftly quashed the speculations about his potential retirement. Perez responded to the chatter by stating, "I'm just laughing at it. There's nothing I can do. I am fully focused on my job. That really sums up my season." He firmly addressed the situation, emphasizing his contractual commitment for the upcoming year and dismissing any notion of an imminent exit from Formula One. "But I have a contract for next year, and I have no reason not to complete that contract. I'm going to give my very best to it, but more than that, it will not be my final contract in F1, Perez asserted. Despite facing challenges with the in-season development of the RB19 affecting his confidence, Perez expressed that walking away would be the easy option. He emphasized, "No, obviously that would have been the easiest route because sometimes it was very tough. But I'm not the type of person who will give up at this stage of my career and be prepared to end my career this way." He further clarified that retirement had never crossed his mind. "It is difficult, of course. It's not ideal when you go through a difficult career period. But I just love the challenge of getting back at it. I will have zero doubts that I will be back to my best level, and that is my only target that I have in mind. I'm not even thinking about retirement or anything like that because that is the easy route." In addressing his mid-season struggles, Perez took full responsibility, refusing to point fingers at others. He acknowledged that the challenging days offer valuable learning experiences. Despite media speculation about his future, including the possibility of being replaced by Daniel Ricciardo, Perez remained focused on self-improvement. He emphasized the mental strength required to compete for Red Bull, expressing, "And it's something I've become stronger at. You learn so much more from the bad days than from the good days." While Red Bull has consistently affirmed Perez's position for the upcoming season, speculations about Daniel Ricciardo potentially joining as Verstappen's teammate persist if Perez fails to regain confidence. Now the question arises, whether Red Bull is set to promote Daniel Ricciardo in the event of Sergio Perez's exit. Moreover, in the unfolding drama surrounding Sergio Perez's Formula One future, a report from the German publication Automotor und Sport introduces a new layer of complexity. The possibility looms that Perez might consider walking away, with Red Bull allegedly already having Daniel Ricciardo earmarked as his replacement. The report suggests that Perez's future hinges on his ability to secure second place in the Drivers' Championship, a critical factor for Red Bull aiming to achieve a historic first-place finish in both positions in 2023. As the championship battle intensifies, Perez, currently holding a 30-point lead over Lewis Hamilton, is acutely aware that maintaining his position is pivotal. The report states, "Perez knows that he will have a problem if he can't hold on to second place in the championship, contract or no contract." This scenario creates a high-stakes situation where performance on the track becomes the determining factor in shaping Perez's Formula One trajectory. Meanwhile, Daniel Ricciardo, eyeing a potential return to Red Bull, is in the spotlight, having enjoyed success with Red Bull in the past, winning 7 races in 2014 before moving to Renault in 2019. Ricciardo faced challenges with McLaren, leading to his return to Red Bull as a reserve driver. His hopes of securing Perez's seat appeared to be hindered by a broken hand sustained in a practice crash at the Dutch Grand Prix. However, the resilient Australian is expected to make a comeback at the United States Grand Prix, replacing Liam Lawson. Ricciardo's desire to reclaim his former Red Bull seat has been no secret. Despite facing setbacks, including the broken hand, he is poised to return to the cockpit and potentially strengthen his case. The report outlines his journey from rejoining Red Bull as a reserve to reclaiming a race seat with AlphaTauri. Liam Lawson, who deputized for Ricciardo in the absence of the Australian, impressed during his tenure. Lawson's future remains uncertain despite losing his race seat for 2024 at AlphaTauri. While linked to a move to Williams, the report suggests that he is more likely to stay within the Red Bull system until a suitable opportunity arises. What do you think of the major retirement bombshell in F1? Comment below and subscribe for more.